And one of them, the absolute crucial document, probably familiar to you all, is this one, which is known as the Diamond Sutra. It's part of, this is the title page of a 15-foot-long scroll, which was dated. You can read the date on it, which is essentially May the 6th, 868 AD. And this was not written. Those characters you see on the left were not written. They were printed by movable wooden blocks. This is the first dated, printed book in the world. It was a Buddhist text brought by Indians to Dunhuang, translated into Chinese, carved onto wooden blocks, and turned into this to be distributed free. I mean, the first book in the world was not, priced at $10 or 3 and 6, but was to be given away free. And it is hugely important in the history of the world, because we in the West, until this moment, until Needham essentially declared it to be so, had assumed that it was either Caxton in 1485 or Gutenberg a few years later who had been the originators of printing, something which, as Bacon had said, hugely changed the world. Well, it wasn't. It was the Chinese, and it was 6 centuries before we Westerners had ever done such a thing. So the Diamond Sutra, which was unrolled from its scroll, it was stuck, it's made of mulberry paper, it was stuck very badly onto sheets of cardboard and remained in the British Library until, well, it's still there now, but they've restored it beautifully 2 years ago, and it's now back on public display. It's next to the manuscript of Alice in Wonderland, so if anyone wants to go to the British Museum, the 2 things to see, in my view, are Alice in Wonderland, the original manuscript, and this, the first ever printed, dated book in the world. And that is, above all, in my view, why Dunhuang is not just a pretty place, not just a spectacular junction point, not just a beautiful oasis, but it reminds us of something that we all ought to recognize, is that however powerful and wise and old we think we are in the West, we are as nothing compared to the 5 millennia of total civilization that has been reposited in China and the people of China, the Middle Kingdom.